we will now begin Stage 2, and because there are two races right in front of me that are very obviously drift races, I'm going to start off with those. I'm also pretty sure we'll get a message from Rachel saying that Beacon Hill is now open to us. I think, anyway. Anyways. Let's now do our first drift event of Stage 2 from Mark. And same description as before, I'm not going to read it. But we will get 300 credits if we win this event. And considering how well I've been doing in the drift racing recently, this is basically going to be my bread and butter. And we've got a trio of Toyota Corollas in this race. I should also mention 2 of those Corollas are red, which surprises me. Off to a slow start, but hopefully I will manage to racketeer some more points on the board within the next few minutes. And already I'm up to just under 10,000 points. I know I might be last on the track, but the important thing is I'm first on the leaderboard, and that's a wall. And at the moment, I don't seem to be getting a lot of speed from this thing. But either way, I don't think it really matters because, well, I'm still going to be well ahead of my competition nonetheless. And I, of course, am likely going to make sure of this. There we go. And it looks like I'm going to make it to the finish also. And I do that with, I think, about 6 seconds to spare. 32,000 points over Mark, Steve, and Stacy, who were all driving Toyota Corollas. And now, I think, since this is the first race of Stage 2, what happens now is we get to select a sponsor. And hopefully, if I am lucky, I will receive the right sponsor. So basically, we get to select a sponsor. They'll give us some contractual terms and obligations. We'll also get a signing bonus regardless of which company we sign with. But anyway, let's now move on to selecting our sponsor.
Hey dude, I just sorted through the last stack of contracts. A lot of sponsors want to sign you up for the Underground Racing League. So I picked the best of the best for you. Just let me know who you want to sign with.
Well then. Now, there is a glitch to this whole thing. Now, we have a choice of 5 sponsors here. We can either choose Street Glow, Eurolight, Edelbrock, Toyo, or Yokohama. Each of them have their own unique terms, and basically, well, if we sign with one of the wrong sponsors, then basically the game will automatically lock us out from achieving 100%, because certain races will not be available for us to use. So, I don't know if signing with Yokohama will affect the progress of me doing 100% completion, but I think that's who I'm going to sign with. If I sign with either Toyo or Yokohama, then I should be able to get to 100%. And you know what? I'm going to sign with Yokohama because I get the biggest signing bonus. I also get 1100 for every URL race I win, along with also doing 1 drift race, 1 street cross race, and also 1 drag race. And those are the terms which you can see here. So yeah, I'm going to sign with Yokohama. And if I don't get 100% because of me doing this, then hopefully then I'll know precisely where I slipped up. But either way, I've signed with Yokohama now, and that is where we will begin. It's also a good thing as well because ironically we are doing drift races. I also learned from one of the comments that I recently got. I couldn't tell you what his name was, but he basically told me that in order to get...
Yo, dude, you've got some work to do. Now that you've signed with a sponsor, you've got to kick it at the following events to complete your deal. They're marked on your mini-map by the X icons. Now go show everyone why you're the right choice.
Okay. Hey, I wanted to give you a heads up. Now that you're under contract to the sponsor, you've got to complete some specific events to complete your deal. See the X icons? That's them. Get over there and tear it up. I'll talk to you later. Okay, thanks, Rachel. And we have another 2 drift events to do down here, and then we've got our sponsored event, which is up here.
Hey man, did you hear? Access to Beacon Hill just got cleared. You should scope it out. Talk to you later.
Yeah, thanks, Rachel. I already know about that. Also, I now have 6 grand in my bank, which means I can now officially go and purchase some upgrades. But anyways, this is our second drift race, and it is coming from Chuck. Hey man, looks like you want to join in on the action. Tell you what, just to give you a chance, I won't go past 4th gear. At least that way you might be able to see me cross the finish line in first. Try to keep up, country boy. Chuck, I can assure you it's not necessarily the on-track pace that matters, it's how you're able to slide the car around the course and how many points you're able to racketeer altogether. And once again, we have got a trio of Toyota Corollas, which is interesting. And the reason why I've not upgraded my Peugeot yet is because, well, when it comes to drift races at the start of Stage 2, well, I know there's a performance shop in the Beacon Hill area that will be useful to me, and it also means that I will be able to put on most of the upgrades, with the exception of the turbo, because, well, I need to complete all the underground racing league events in Stage 2 in order to unlock the turbo, as I now know. I'm really tearing it up at the moment because I'm already up to 41,000 points, and my nearest rival is only under 17,000 points, and I doubt he's going to catch up to me because I am just way the fuck ahead of everyone else. And even I can proudly admit that. I think the only reason why Yokohama became available is because of how much I won the Stage 1 drag race. I think if I didn't block that Corolla in the drag race, then I probably wouldn't have got Yokohama, but I'm glad to say I did. Anyways, I won by just over 40,000 points over Chuck. Scott 3rd and Stefan was 4th. So another 300 in the bank, and another 300 rep points. That's all very nice. And now we can move on to our 3rd drift event. And then, following that, I just had to clear my throat. I do apologise if you heard that on camera, or heard that on the microphone, but Anyway. 2 drift races are down, and now we're going to move on to drift race number 3. I think if you sign with either Toyo or Yokohama in the second stage, you should get 100% as long as 2 of the sponsors you sign with are Alpine and Greedy. I think that's how it is. Anyway, this is coming from Ted. Dude, you aren't seriously thinking about drifting with us, are you? You're gonna need some major points to even have a shot. I don't know if you can reach that bar. Maybe you should take a pass. Yeah, how about I just accept and basically whoop your ass? Which is practically what I've been doing to start this off. And I'm hoping to continue the ass whooping. And yep, all of them are in Toyotas again. I think I'm starting to notice a trend here, is what I think. You better think twice if you think you're gonna force me into the wall. You'd seriously better think twice before you consider doing that again. Anyways. I am slowly pulling away, and very nearly clipping the wall there. It would have been disaster if I did clip the wall, because I would have lost a pretty big chunk. But that's okay, because I am well out ahead of everyone else again, and it looks like my Peugeot 106 is serving me just fine. And I score 48,600 points. Wow. I once again decimated the opposition ahead of Ted, Mark, and Jen. Well, I can definitely say it's getting the rep points early. Yeah, let's continue. I might consider getting a thumbnail shot from the sponsored race, considering that's the last one I need to do here. Plus, I am glad to say I did sign with Yokohama, because it means I'll actually be able to make the drag races look like something. And we've got some new hoods from the body shop. Okay. And do we have any more drift races on the map? No. Okay, that must be the last one. Well, at least I can say it's easy money. Also, I'm up to nearly 7,000 credits in my bank, if you can believe it. So it is pretty clear to say that with what I'm currently doing in these drift races, my reputation seems to be living up to the hype, and the organizer for this event is called Tom. Sponsors sign up winners, 'cause winners sell merchandise. These kids want to put the same stuff on their cars that the winners use. So how about winning this one? Okay. If I make sure to sign with both Alpine and Greedy at some point, then I should get a total of 100%. I think. But as to stages 2 and 4, well, if you sign with either Toyo or Yokohama in the first stage, and then sign with, and then you make sure to sign with NOS in the third stage, then I think you should be okay. But I chose Yokohama because I don't think it's really that much different from Toyo. Let's see. Okay, I'll take that. Not quite as much as I normally get, but again, a win's a win. Plus I beat my competition by 10,000 points anyway, so, you know. Alright, 825 in the bank, and another 300 rep points. Now I will get my replay, because I did not think this was gonna go by quite so quickly, but somehow it has. And I've only been recording this for the best part now of 15 minutes. So that basically just tells you how quickly I've got through all this. And knowing about how much I've basically dominated the drift events. And this is coming from someone who hasn't even used upgrades yet. But before we get on with our next series of events, I probably will consider putting upgrades on this thing. And maybe even doing some body customization if it's available to me. But anyway, so, all of our drift races are now done. And next time, we will be getting on with the Stage 2 Street Cross races. So that's all of our Stage 2 drift races done, including the sponsored race. I've chosen to sign with Yokohama because, well, I get 1500 credits from signing with them, and hey, I've now got 7500 credits in my pocket. So I think next time we're going to get on with the street cross races. But before we do that, of course, I am going to need to put on some upgrades. Because as I now know, upgrades are going to be mandatory at this stage, if I'm going to keep winning. So, we're now 6% complete, 7,500 in the bank, and a total, so far, of 1,200 reputation points in Stage 2. Which is a perfect start. Although I know that's not going to last. But anyway, there we go. The Stage 2 drift races are done, and next time we will be doing the Stage 2 bank info and shop locations. Yeah, that's what we'll be doing next. So, that'll do it for this episode, and I will see you all in the next episode.
No one can rise, I need speed when I'm racing that strip. I got the bullet in the chip, you call like something to strip,